OC, what does it mean? You know, you guys travel all over the country. You take this music to the heartland.
Yes.
Coming back home, celebrating what comes from this soil. What does it mean?
This is where it comes from. This is where the music is born. And
Let's just talk about the Orange County music scene.
Orange County music scene has produced some of the best bands that the world has ever known. No Doubt, The Offspring. I mean, these are bands that you hear worldwide, and they all started
for
here.
for decades. I mean, they're game changers too.
This is where it's at.
Honestly, I don't think there's a better music scene than the Orange County music scene.
There really
I think
isn't.
It's the tightest. It's the most innovative. It's the longest, the strongest. Yeah.
And it's part of Southern California. I mean, the greatest place on the world, right? I mean, the most creative people in the world are right here in Southern California.
I agree with that.
Creative and destructive.
Yes.
I know the ideas that have come from this city, this area, have influenced and continue every day to influence the world.
Yes.
The movies, the TV, the music. I mean, it's incredible. You guys are kicking ass. Tell us about. It's not easy doing this without a big record label and all that.
Absolutely.
What is the most important thing, advice you give to artists to be able to withstand the independent grind?
Perseverance.
I think, the fact that you should be able to do it without a record label. You should be okay with that,
In this day and age, too, with the internet and Pro Tools.
You can.
Yeah, if it's not there, why worry about it?
The tools and the resources are out there.
Work with what you got.
Exactly. Work with what you got. Learn everything. Don't just be one guy who does one thing. You got to be the guy that does everything. And I think we're a band that does everything.
Plays bass, songwrites, films our videos.
We do it all ourselves. We don't have to rely on a label.
Yeah, records us.
On a big budget for anyone.
So even independently, you can collect the little pieces that are out there and keep the train
Even
rolling.
non-independently, don't take no for an answer.
Yeah. Look at
No
Metric.
should be more like a
Metric
yes.
Metric had 2 #1 singles with no label at all.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is doable. You just need to have the work ethic and the hard work.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
I mean, these DIY tours is where it's at. So, it's
Although
not
very hard.
Yeah. It's not going to be easy, but the fans want to be entertained everywhere.
And it's all about them, honestly. Like, if they're not coming out to support this and to come and buy a ticket and buy a shirt and buy the record, which no
They
one
don't
buys
care how far you drove.
Right.
You can't entertain them, give them some songs they want.
Yeah.
None of this works without that happening. So it's all about that.
So what advice would you give to songwriters, to come up with, songs? Find your own voice, because we all start by playing other people's music.
True. Push boundaries. Explore. Don't be afraid to stay in one genre. I mean, explore yourself as much as possible.
I think my advice is you have to play the music that's in your heart, as cliche as it sounds, because people can smell fake, and you just need to hope that there's a place in the market for what's in your heart, honestly.
I think Don't Settle is kind of like the way we approached our record. It's like, is this good enough? If the answer is then the answer is no. You've always got to be pushing yourself to do a better take, to think of a better lyric, even if you have to take 2 days to do it, to write that one verse.
I think that one line.
Which literally happened on this record.
You always got to feel your best songs are ahead of you.
Yep. You can't look back and say, oh, I wish we would have done this, I wish we would have done that. You got to look only forward.
Yeah.
So,
That's great.